You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unat Gentry. Thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio, and we're also streaming at KPVM.TV, and we're also on your Roku devices. It is Thursday, May 23rd, Friday Eve, so happy Memorial Day weekend. In our top story, 2 people are arrested in connection to a murder back in 2021 in Boulder City. RJ Camacho reports.
A woman has been arrested in connection to a murder that occurred in Boulder City 3 years ago. The alleged murder occurred in October of 2021 when the victim, 69-year-old Fukuko Combs, was being followed from Las Vegas to Boulder City. According to reports, it was in Boulder City where Combs was robbed of her purse. During the robbery, Combs allegedly fell and suffered severe head injuries. She would then succumb to her injuries in December of that year. Her death was then ruled a homicide. Detectives identified 2 suspects and obtained warrants for their arrest back in February of this year. One of them, Angelina Crawford, was arrested in March in Oregon, then extradited and booked into the Clark County Detention Center on May 21st, earlier this week. The other suspect, Amani Pennell Fountain, was arrested in Northern California back in March and later extradited as well. A pretrial begins for Crawford today on May 23rd, and as for Pennell Fountain, she is scheduled for a preliminary hearing on Tuesday, June 4th.
And in recent news, a Clark County School District substitute teacher accused of child abuse is found deceased. Samantha Roberts has more on this story.
Nicholas Bott, age 44, was arrested and booked into the Clark County Detention Center for an incident involving a minor at Ernest A. Becker Senior Middle School. The arrest was a result of a CCSD police investigation that was launched on Tuesday, May 14th. He was facing charges of child abuse and illegal contact with a minor or elderly person. According to court records, Bott posted bail and was released from custody on Thursday, May 16th. The Clark County coroner confirmed that Bott died from a gunshot wound to the head on Saturday, May 18th. His death was ruled a suicide.
In other area news, the Las Vegas Metro Police Department is currently searching for a suspect who reportedly broke into a Summerlin business earlier this year. This incident occurred just before 8 p.m. on March 17th at a business located in the 8400 block of West Cliff Drive near Durango. The suspect was last seen wearing a black hooded shirt with a Lakers logo, white jeans, black and white sneakers, a black Lakers ball cap, and a black backpack. If you have any info regarding this person, you are urged to contact Detective Courtley at 702-828-6935, or you can email the letter K 15762, the letter C, at lvmpd.com. And you can remain anonymous and also call Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. And a woman is rescued from a steep hill in Death Valley after park rangers say she was having an emotional crisis.
On May 9th, a woman was reported missing in Death Valley National Park during a day-long van tour. According to other people within the tour, she came to Death Valley for, quote, spiritual reasons. The woman had also tipped her tour guide at the start of the tour, leading rangers to believe she planned to leave before the tour had reached its conclusion. Everyone was given 20 minutes to return to the van, but when she was still nowhere to be found, park rangers began to search for her. The search continued until the following morning on May 10th, when a ranger spotted the woman on a steep, unstable ridge just north of Artist's Palette. With no safe way to reach her, park rangers contacted California Highway Patrol, and a helicopter was able to hoist her from the ridge. Staff from the National Park Service, Inyo County Sheriff's Office, and California Highway Patrol all participated in this rescue operation. According to park rangers, the woman stated she had intended to climb up the slope, wander into the desert, and not return. She was stated to be experiencing an emotional crisis. If you or someone you know is in an emotional crisis, you can dial 988 for free and get confidential support from the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. This line is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and is available to anyone with confidential calls.
And a man is arrested in Las Vegas for reportedly shooting 32 rounds into a person's residence, and one that the suspect reportedly had a feud with.
On March 11th, a person reported to 911 that they heard 20 gunshots near his home. Upon arrival, officers found several casings in the road at Fairchild Street and Washington Avenue. Analysts processed 32 shell casings from the scene. A second call came to 911 stating that their friend was shot in the parking lot of a convenience store. When officers arrived, they found the victim and their SUV was riddled with bullet holes. According to witness reports, a group was spending time together outside of a garage before the shooting occurred. Then they heard several gunshots and saw a green Toyota Corolla, which they said belonged to Jose Armas Jr. According to witnesses, Armas Jr. and his family had a feud with the victim's family over a homicide that occurred back in 2022. They believed that the shooting in March was in retaliation. On May 18th, Jose Armas Jr. was taken into custody, and in an interview with detectives, he stated that he traded his Toyota before the shooting and denied making any sort of social media posts or being involved in the shooting. Jose Armas Jr. has been charged with attempted murder, battery with a deadly weapon, and 5 counts of discharging a gun into an occupied structure.
And it is an election year, and the 2024 primary election town hall took place last Friday at the Bob Root Community Center, and this event was organized by grassroots conservatives, also known as GCON. News 25 was there and spoke with Ed O'Brien after the event, who's running for Nye County Commissioner, District 3.
I'd like to thank, though, Matt Sadler and GCON for putting this event on, as well as the people that came out. It was a great event. We had a lot of people turn out, and I think it was a great debate. There's a lot of different issues out there, and the one thing that we always have to remember is just making sure that we elect the person that is going to do the best for the county and the people of the county. And the one thing I'd like to add is just having transparency and accountability within our government, and that is the major thing that I just want to input. There's a lot of different issues out there, and I promise the constituents of the county as a whole that I will fight for you, and I hope to earn the people of District 3's vote, and I will be your voice, and I will be the person that will listen to you and fight for you. So thank you.
All right, don't grab that remote, because News 25 will be right back with much more local, national, and international news.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump's United Rentals. From home to job site, they have all your equipment needs. Call 775-990-4260.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, Nevada is proudly home to a variety of military installations. Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now joins us with a look at new defense efforts across the Silver State.
Located just about 75 miles northwest of Las Vegas, the Nevada National Security Site is dedicated to defeating terrorism, reducing the threat of nuclear proliferation, and safeguarding America's nuclear weapons stockpile. Engineers are now developing a cleaner and faster gas launcher that has the potential to change how shock physics and gas guns work.
It could absolutely help Jasper in its capability if we went full scale, just because this can shoot at many more times per day or per week than Jasper normally can. There's usually a lot of maintenance with Jasper.
The Nevada National Security Site has been protecting the United States and our allies since 1950.
We have the pulse power energy storage. It's just a pretty standard capacitor bank. This coil is producing an electromagnetic field, which will then cause this plunger to move.
So this is the small benchtop prototype that we have. Instead of it being a pure electromagnetic launcher, we have one projectile that's shot from an electromagnetic field acting upon it.
The multi-mission high-hazard experimentation facilities deliver technical and service solutions in support of national security.
The mechanical portion of this does is we compress, atmospheric pressure inside of this little vessel right here.
This project came as a collaboration between the Pulse Power team and the Physics and Pulse Power group and the C3 launcher team. Essentially, they wanted us to look into an electromagnetic solution for a testbed like Jasper.
The Nevada National Security Site is comprised of 10 locations across the nation, with 3 right here in the Silver State.
What we're doing is we're moving a plunger. The plunger is compressing a gas, which then bursts a valve, which will shoot the actual projectile. So it's a 2-stage gun.
It's much cleaner, it's much faster, it's more reliable. You don't have to worry about the little grams that go into every single explosive charge.
Fire.
Reporting from Las Vegas, I'm Maria Centers with News 25 Las Vegas.
And you can learn more about the Nevada National Security Site at nnss.gov. And Jackie Rosen recently introduces legislation that allows public service workers like law enforcement the ability to join unions and negotiate fair wages.
On May 16th, U.S. Senator Jackie Rosen helped to introduce the Public Service Freedom to Negotiate Act. This act aims to federally guarantee the right of law enforcement officials and other public employees to organize and collectively bargain. Currently, no federal law fully protects any public sector workers' freedom to join a union and bargain for fair wages, benefits, and improved working conditions, which this legislation aims to guarantee. Senator Rosen spoke on the matter, stating that Nevada's law enforcement officers, firefighters, teachers, and other public service employees work selflessly to serve communities across our state, and we must federally protect their right to organize for fair wages and better working conditions. The Public Service Freedom to Negotiate Act will specifically provide the federal Labor Relations Authority with the authority to determine if a state, territory, or locality provides public employees and/or supervisors the right to form, join, or assist a union, to have their union recognized by their public employer, to be free from forced recertification elections of their already recognized representative, to have a procedure for resolving impasses in collective, and finally to authorize employees to deduct fees to the union from their payroll when employees consent. This legislation has received endorsements from over 20 major law enforcement and labor organizations, which includes the Nevada Association of Public Safety Officers, the International Union of Police Associations, the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, and the American Federation of Teachers.
And with hotter temperatures on the way, so is the 2024 Pahrump Community Pool Season. Mikey Ruhan splashes in now.
The 2024 Pahrump Community Pool Season will kick off Memorial Day weekend and run through Labor Day. A soft opening will be held Saturday, May 25th and Sunday, May 26th from noon to 6 p.m. Both days will be open swim only. Starting Monday, May 27th, the adult swim will be 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., with open swim running from noon to 6 p.m. The pool will be closed on Friday, May 31st for high school graduation events. Admission for the first 2 weekends is free. Hours are subject to change due to swim lessons and available lifeguards. The town of Pahrump will release information about swim lessons when available. After regular pool hours, the Pahrump Community Pool can be reserved for special events on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Contact Courtney Kenny at 775-727-2828 or email ckenny@PahrumpNV.org.
Now Mikey is diving into your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Las Vegas Aviators lost a slugfest last night in Tacoma against the Rainiers. They lost 14-10, rematched now, 5:30. Doubleheader, actually. The 2024 WCC Baseball Championship Tournament is going on now through May 25th at Las Vegas Ballpark. Las Vegan Jimmy Kimmel is returning to Vegas on June 2nd to throw out the first pitch at the Aviators game. Kimmel will be there in support of the ALS of Nevada and his godson at Joey Does ALS. The Las Vegas Raiders made a move to add some depth to their wide receivers and a special teams rooms on Wednesday. They signed Wake Forest product and native of California, Alec Bachman. He spent this past year with the Houston Texans. Before his time with the Texans, he was signed as an undrafted free agent by the Los Angeles Rams in 2019. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
All right, there's a lot buzzing around the newsroom, especially electrical news. All that and more after the break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, have you heard all the buzz about Electrical Safety Month? Valley Electric Association is back today reminding everyone about the power of electrical safety. And they're diving into keeping their future members safe too with some electrical safety tips, especially for children.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Have you ever thought of all the ways you use electricity? We depend on electricity to light our homes, charge our phones and computers, wash our clothes. It powers our lives. But electricity can also be dangerous, even deadly when used the wrong way. Keep these electrical safety tips in mind to avoid accidents and injuries. Electricity and liquids do not mix. Never place electronics and appliances near water, like next to the sink or the tub. This tip applies to gaming equipment too. Never place a drink near your gaming console. Spills could result in electric shock. Never climb trees near power lines and electrical equipment. Same goes for kites and drones. Before you fly them, make sure you're far away from any overhead power lines. Never pull a plug from an electrical outlet by its cord. Pull from the plug to avoid potential shock, or ask an adult to help you. Going for a swim? Remember, never swim during stormy weather. If you hear thunder, immediately exit the pool until the storm has passed. These are just a few tips to keep in mind. Remember, electricity is amazing stuff, but you should always play it safe. If you're not sure about something, ask an adult. Want more tips? We're here to help. Contact us to learn more about electrical safety.
Well, what are your plans for this Memorial Day weekend? If you're not backyard barbecuing, Mikey Ruhan is here with a weekend road trip tip for you.
Looking to get away this weekend? Just about 3 hours away in Tonopah, Nevada, Jim Butler Days. The Nevada State Mining Championships, street dancing, the Jim Butler Stampede, kids events, craft fair, parade, bartender races, whiskey and wine tastings, stock car races, and much, much more. Who is Jim Butler? 'Twas the spring of 1900 when a prospector named Jim Butler was camping near Tonopah Springs. His burro wandered off, and during Butler's foot pursuit of his companion, he picked up a rock to throw. The rock had an odd weight to it, so Butler took it home to then booming Belmont to have it assayed. Turns out the rock was spectacularly lucrative high-grade silver. That right place at the right time discovery led to the development of the Tonopah Mining District, which eventually produced more than 5 million tons of silver ore. Jim Butler Days is going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For more information, head on over to jimbutlerdays.com.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look outside at the beautiful Memorial Day weekend weather. We have a few scattered clouds, but beautiful blue skies and wonderful temperatures. A closer look at your Memorial Day forecast after this break.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Pahrump's Bill Hochstedler, Republican candidate for State Senate District 19, endorsed by the Nye County GOP.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. I'm Mike Ruhan from the Channel 25 Weather Studios, up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and streaming to your mobile device at kpvm.tv. Check out this weather map. We have weather twins in Fernley and Fallon, 71 degrees. Carson City, 70 degrees. Tonopah, 69. Goldfield, 72. Beatty, 85. Amargosa, 90 degrees. That's the hot spot. Las Vegas, 87. Out in Death Valley, triple digits, 101 here in the Paradise of Pahrump. Our current temperature is 87 degrees. We hit 89 just a little bit ago. Winds out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour, pretty low. 10% humidity. Sun rose this morning at 5:31. It'll set this evening. Look for it to go away at 7:50 as we go to a low of 6. Under clear skies, the wind not too bad. Southeast 9 miles per hour. Humidity goes up to 25%. You'd think there'd be clouds tomorrow. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. There's one little cloud in the sky tomorrow. 87 degrees. Then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Nothing but sunshine. Then we go back into the 90s for your Memorial Day, then 95, 95, 96. It's gonna be warm. Back to the desk. Here's Unette.
Thanks so much for that Memorial Day forecast, Mikey. And everyone out there, please have a safe and warm holiday with your family and loved ones. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast or after Memorial Day. Good night.